What is up, YouTube? Today we're going to talk about 5 famous discontinued US currency denominations you definitely won't find in your pocket change. The first one is the $500 bill. The Treasury minted several versions of the $500 bill featuring a portrait of President William McKinley on the front. The last $500 bill rolled off the presses in 1945 and was formally discontinued about 24 years later in 1969. Most $500 notes in circulation today are in the hands of dealers and collectors, and if you do ever happen to come across one, you definitely want to hold on to it because they're worth about $700 on the open market. Next up, we have the $1,000 bill. The original $1,000 bill featured Alexander Hamilton on the front, but they changed that when they decided that it would be a little confusing to have him on the $1,000 bill and the $10 bill, so they replaced him with Grover Cleveland. And like its smaller cousin, the $500 bill, it was also discontinued in 1969. That being said, hold on to a $1,000 bill if you do find one because there are only about 165,000 left in existence. Alright, and up next we have the $5,000 bill. Now, the $5,000 bill was initially issued to finance the Revolutionary War and was only officially printed when the Civil War began. The bill was graced with a portrait of James Madison. President Richard Nixon actually ordered that all bills be recalled in 1969 due to fear of criminals using these bills for money laundering activities. Finding a $5,000 bill today would take a lot of luck considering there's only about 400 of these left in existence. Next up, we have the $10,000 bill. It features Salmon P. Chase, who was never one of our U.S. presidents, although he was a governor and senator from Ohio. It's one of the largest denominations ever printed for public consumption, but never got a lot of use, which is totally understandable. Most people wouldn't need to use a $10,000 bill. They were first printed in 1934 and was part of the 1969 purge of large currencies. And like its $5,000 counterpart, only a few hundred authenticated samples still survive. And lastly, we have the $100,000 bill. The $100,000 note was actually a gold certificate that was not circulated or issued for public use. The Bureau of Engraving and Printing printed the notes during the Great Depression in 1934 with a portrait of Woodrow Wilson on them. Only 42,000 of these $100,000 bills were ever printed for the purpose of conducting official transactions between Federal Reserve banks only. Now, the $100,000 bill cannot be legally held by collectors, but there are a few examples still out there in museums like the Smithsonian. So there you have it, guys. Those are the 5 famous discontinued US currency denominations you will not find in your pocket change. Please give me a like, subscribe, share, and comment down below, and we'll see you next time. Happy hunting.